Okay, what we're working with today, we're starting chapter 8, which deals with similar figures. So first we need to know what it means to be similar. If you're similar, they're figures that are enlarged or reduced. Angle measures are the same and the sides are proportional. So if you remember back when we did dilations, we had reductions or enlargement. Those were similar. And so the angles are the same, but the sides are proportional. That's what it means to be similar. Statement of proportionality. A statement of proportionality just shows that the sides are corresponding, they're proportional. So A to B is the left over E to F on the left, and then B to C to the top over F to G to the top. And you keep going, and if I plugged in numbers, all these fractions would be equal. So for a statement of proportionality, you write the ratios of the sides. It doesn't matter which shape you go on top or the bottom, but you have to keep it there. So all of the shape on the left, the A, B, C, D, were all on the top of the fraction. If I wrote them in the opposite order, that would be okay, as long as they're all in the same position on the bottom. The next thing we have is a scale factor. A scale factor is kind of the ratio of the sides of similar figures. So it's how much bigger or how much smaller it is. So the scale factor from A to B, so you pick I got these backwards. From A to B, it got bigger, and so it's twice as big. And from B to A, it got smaller, it's half as big. So to get from 2 to 4, I would multiply by 2, so that's why it's 2. To get from 2 to 1, I would divide by 2, so that's why it's 1/2. So scale factor is what you kind of multiply the sides by to get the other shape. Corresponding sides, we talked about this a little bit. These are sides that are in the same position. So the left is corresponding with the left. The right is corresponding with the right. And the bottom is corresponding with the bottom. So it's whatever's in the same position. If you don't have a picture, you can look at the letters. The first 2 letters are corresponding to the first 2 letters. The first and the last is corresponding to the first and the last. Perimeter of similar polygons. If I have perimeters, remember perimeters, you add up the outside. If 2 polygons are similar, then the ratio of the perimeters is equal to the ratio of the sides. So if I add them all up, it's the same ratio as the proportional sides. So perimeter, you just have to remember that it's the same. Area of similar polygons is a little different because you calculate the area by multiplying, like base times height, length times width. And so for area, the ratio of the sides is 1 to 2, but for the area, you have to square it. So it's 1 squared over 2 squared, because again, you're multiplying, okay? And once we do some examples, that will make some more sense.